If you have ADHD, you probably know what it's like to have a browser with 100 tabs open in your brain all the time. You know that feeling when you're staring at your to-do list, knowing exactly what needs to be done, but somehow you just can't start. That's not laziness, that's not a character flaw, and you're definitely not alone. As someone who navigates ADHD myself, I understand the struggle. That overwhelming feeling when tasks pile up, the panic when deadlines approach, and the frustration of wondering, why can't I just do this? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why people with ADHD procrastinate, what's happening in our brains, and the most important thing is the practical strategies I've developed over my 17 plus years as a licensed therapist to help break this cycle. I've helped hundreds of high-achieving professionals, particularly women, overcome procrastination and find their flow, even with ADHD. And today, I'm sharing my most effective strategies with you. So if you're tired of beating yourself up about procrastination and ready to understand your brain better, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Understanding the ADHD brain and procrastination. The ADHD brain has differences in executive functioning. So executive functioning includes planning, organizing, starting tasks, and even focusing. The lower the dopamine and norepinephrine levels make it physically harder to stay on task and engage. This is not laziness. It's just basic neurobiology requiring us to have more energy to start tasks. Think of it like a car with a weak battery. It takes more energy just to get started. The procrastination loop. Avoid tasks for whatever reason, then you get temporary relief from delaying the task, avoiding the task, or there's negative self-talk or negative talk about the task in itself, followed by feelings of guilt and anxiety. Then the task becomes annoying. Then you create a crisis or deadline. The panic starts to set in to ensure that the dopamine increases. Then there's a rush to complete the task. And then you end up wondering, why do you put yourself through this just to complete the task? You promise yourself to make changes, but then the cycle ends and ends up repeating itself. This has nothing to do with moral failing. It's just how the ADHD brain works and functions without having proper strategies. Basically, it's a temporary relief and it works for most of us, and it also reinforces the cycle. The emotional component of ADHD procrastination. ADHD has a significant emotional component, and we call it rejection-sensitive dysphoria, which essentially means we experience intense emotional pain in response to perceived or either actual rejection of criticism. Many with ADHD have intense fear of failing or making mistakes. Perfectionism actually worsens procrastination. And at times, procrastination could be a way that we kind of self-protect ourselves because it's rooted in fear and failure. Breaking the cycle. Practical strategies. Body-based interventions like exercising regularly to regulate that dopamine, to reduce the anxiety. Making sure that we get adequate sleep, because sleep deprivation, believe it or not, makes ADHD symptoms worse. Reducing our caffeine consumption, because caffeine consumption with large amounts of it can heighten the anxiety, which can contribute to the procrastination. There's a reason why yoga and meditation start with deep belly breathing, because it activates our parasympathetic nervous system. So an example of using deep belly breaths is taking 5 deep belly breaths, which now we call the new smoke break, before starting any task, and that could help to make a significant difference for you completing that task. The 2-minute rule. If I said to you, okay, you have 24 hours in a day, and if I asked you to commit to working on that particular task for 2 minutes, you probably would say yes, because anyone can do something for 2 minutes. Once you start, you have the momentum to continue working. The hardest part with ADHD is just beginning. By using the 2-minute rule, this removes that barrier. The Pomodoro technique. with modifications. We're taking shorter work periods where we're working 10 to 15 minutes with 5-minute breaks. You can actually start a timer to help you to get started. Reward yourself during the breaks by doing something that you enjoy. And this helps to capitalize the ADHD's brain and ability to hyperfocus for short periods of time. Body doubling. Working along someone else can actually allow that person to be your accountability partner in a silent way. And this could be in person or virtually. They don't necessarily need the help. Their presence could be good enough. Virtual body doubling groups where everyone works silently on their own task can be totally beneficial. It provides enough external motivation to help start and stay focused. Strategic planning with the ADHD brain. We call this chunking breaks into smaller tasks. And we're only looking at the things that are necessary to do. One way to help is to write down the first physical action that's needed to start the project. Something, for example, opening up your laptop or creating a file. Capitalize on your energy levels and plan around them. So if you're someone who works very well late at night, then use that time instead of trying to start important tasks earlier in the day. Using visual reminders such as sticky notes or whiteboards can be essential too. Reframing your relationship with procrastination. Self-criticism increases procrastination because it activates the stress response. Practice self-compassion. Your brain works differently, and naturally that's okay. Shift from I'm lazy to my brain requires different strategies and get started. The key is just understanding your neurobiology and how it works and to work with it and not against it. Living with ADHD comes with unique challenges, but it also brings creative thinking, hyperfocus, and resilience. The key is finding strategies that work for you, for your specific brain. Remember, procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's a symptom of how your brain is wired. With the right approaches, you can break the cycle and thrive both professionally and personally. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about managing ADHD, especially in the workplace, I invite you to check out my ebook, Balancing Life with ADHD, Strategies for Women Thriving at Work and Home. The link is in the description below. For those who want more personalized support, I offer one-on-one therapy and coaching for professionals with ADHD. Together, we can create strategies tailored specifically to your brain and lifestyle. Thank you for watching. Remember to be kind to yourself. Your worth isn't measured by your productivity on any given day. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on managing ADHD, anxiety, and finding balance in a high-pressure world. I'll see you next time.